Hello and welcome to my first ever video tutorial. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to add a PowerPoint presentation or slideshow to FreeToast Host using Google Drive. Therefore, it's going to be a PowerPoint presentation that is input into Google Drive and therefore turned into a Google slideshow. First thing you're going to need a Google account, which you see I have. Right over here in the upper right hand corner is Google Apps. If I click there, it pops down a menu. I go to Drive, click there, and it opens up my drive, my Google Drive. Now, the slideshow that I'm going to be using today, I've been working with, so it's under Recent. It could be starred or something else, but I'm going to click on Recent, and there it is. This is the slideshow that I'm going to embed in my FreeToast Host website. Now, this is one that I created on Google Drive, but you can create a PowerPoint presentation in PowerPoint and then upload it to Google Drive. So I'm going to double click on my slideshow and it'll open up my presentation. And then once it's open, you see the slides begin to populate over on the side here. Now I'm ready to go ahead and load this, publish this to the web. And so I go over to the upper left hand corner and you see where I'm hovering over File. I click on File and then I go down the list until I get to Publish to the Web. Once I click on Publish to the Web, there are two possibilities here. You can either link or you can embed. So I'm going to click on Embed, and then that opens another bit of information here in my dialog box. We're going to have to change the size because FreeToast Host only allows us to use 700 pixels wide. And 960, of course, is going to be too much. Now I suggest you go down and click on Custom. And when you click on Custom, you can go in here and you can change this. And I'm going to change it to 600. And that just gives us a little space on each side. And it makes the slideshow look pretty good. And if I tab, it automatically changes the height size. I'm coming up here to where it says every 3 seconds default, and I click on that and it gives me a number of options. I personally like to use 5 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and click on 5 seconds. It just seems like it's a little bit better, gives the person a little more time to view the slide before it moves on. Also, I'm going to click here to have it start the slideshow as soon as the player loads, and I'm going to click here to restart the slideshow after the last slide. That way it's just an auto mode, and once it gets to the last slide it just goes back to the first and starts the slideshow again. Now if I click in here, it highlights everything, and so then I just Control C to copy that. And then I go to my website. Here it is, way over here on the right hand side. So you see that I'm on a custom page where I already have some slideshows. And I'm going to put this at the top, but there's a couple of ways you can go in once you've logged in as the admin. You can either launch Admin Console or you can go to the page that you want to edit. In this case, this is my slideshow page, and just click on Edit This Page up here in the upper right hand corner. So I'm going to click on Edit this page, and it opens up my admin console. I am going to maximize this using the 4 green arrows that are all pointing away from each other, and that way it just gives a little room here. Now, we picked up some code from Google Drive, so we need to click on our source button up here. Once we click on the source button, it will open up the source page, and I'm going to click in front of, to the left of the first line, give a couple of enters, and then I'm going to go back up and I'm going to paste in my source code that I picked up over on Google Drive. Now once I click on source again, it goes back to my WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, and you'll notice that my iframe is over here to the left. So if I click to the right of it, and then my little cursor shows up at the bottom corner, then I can use my text functions to center this. And once I've done that, now I'm clicking to the left of it, and that gives it a cursor in front, and if I give 1 enter, then that gives me space up here at the top, and that way I can add in my title for this slideshow. Now I've already got some slideshows in there, and this is the latest slideshow, and if I copy this text, of course if you haven't got text in, you're going to have to type it in, but if I copy and then paste in up here, and then I can just edit this real quickly to my 2015 leaders and winners, and you'll notice that it's centered, it's got nice functionality, it's lined up with the rest of it. Now I can minimize this back at my 4 green arrows, and then I save down in the corner, and I close. And just as simple as that, boom, there you go. So this is your new slideshow, and it will just start up like you wanted it to. And you see how it's flipping, it's turning, and then the one below it is sliding over. You can change those parameters. You can go back to Google Drive and you can change those parameters to where this would also slide over, or you can have it flip like it is, and there's different things that you can do with the slideshow itself. So there you have it. That is how you embed a Google slideshow in FreeToast Host. Now I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you later.